Getting it done in the Star Wars studio. Something copyrighted. Oh yeah. Look at that.
Come on, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? It is Armchair. It's Dubs. Mr. Dubs, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Another beautiful Wednesday.
It's listen.
Ooh,
Congratulations.
I love the overlay.
We're gonna talk about this a lot. You may notice there are quite a few heads on this screen for a change. I am live in Indianapolis. I am joined by, of course, Tank Spencer, Jeremy Green of the Sportsocracy.
Howdy.
Our parent station. I don't know what to call you.
We're
El
definitely
Capitan.
Daddy, I'll tell you that for
Oh,
sure.
if we're a parent station, we were
Father?
holding 14-year-old drinking parties. So I don't think
Father?
we're brother. Let's go
The
brother.
brother station.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and we are joined by another special guest, Mike Carlisle, Raw Dog Sports. What's going on, Mike?
All right, man. I appreciate you guys having me on. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm excited to see how this thing turns out.
Mike Dubs is a baseball guy as well, so we'll be connecting with Mike later on because we need more baseball people in our lives.
Hey, Mike, I'm Dubs. Nice to meet you, man.
Hey, nice to meet you as well, Dave.
It's Dubs. Dubs is currently in Boston in 10 feet of snow, and it didn't melt yet. You good?
Dude, we got a fucking 1.5 feet of snow on Monday. Everything was shut down. I woke up this morning and just the last bit of life was sucked out of me because it was snowing again. Like, I have nowhere else to put it. I'm out of space. The bankings are too high. I'm doing like above the shoulder shovels to get it up over where it needs to be. I'm sick of it.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. I luckily avoided all of that on my way to Indianapolis. Live for the NFL Combine. We've been pumping out the content. You can find us on the socials. Make sure to check that all out. But the most important thing, the thing that everybody has spent their entire waking time here talking to me about.
USA.
Play Freebird.
USA. USA. USA.
I've heard so much Freebird.
All day long, I hear nothing but this. First of all, we talked about a little bit the...
Are you sick of Freebird yet?
I'm never sick. You can't get sick of Freebird.
Can't get sick of that solo, brother.
There's no way you can get
It's as
sick
American
of
as
Freebird.
it gets.
It's a phenomenal solo. It's a phenomenal song. The American men beat the Canadian men at the Olympics for gold in hockey. You just took it. You took it. Right from it. You said you got nothing else.
So are you saying?
Both of them, actually.
So,
Well, we knew one of them was going anyway.
so, Dave, if I understand you correctly, are you saying we took your jobs?
You took her
We
dirt.
took your jobs. I've been waiting to do that.
That's what we do here.
Took her jobs.
We took your jobs.
Took their dirt.
We got World Cup coming up, World Baseball Classic. I'm coming for more. We're taking all the sports.
Tank is playing some music in here. I don't know why he's doing that because he wants to demonetize us, apparently. Love that.
Dave, let me just say, as the one that runs the parent company of the show we do, Tank doesn't understand what demonetization
he
means.
doesn't understand none
It's
of it.
like, hey, if I decided that I was going to use Freebird in the back of a commercial, would that be a problem? Yes.
Yes, it's immediately a problem. It was a stressful game, and I want to give the flowers to the appropriate people. First of all, Connor Hellebuck. That game doesn't exist without Connor Hellebuck. Am I true or false?
100% MVP. I also want some flowers just for having to wake up at 8 a.m. on a Sunday
You got to drink beer at 8 a.m. on a
to
Sunday.
watch it.
I want to.
No, I drank too much alcohol the night before. There was no more drinking to be done unless it was Gatorade or Pedialyte.
Can I point out that the United States of America woke up at 8 a.m. on a Sunday to watch gold medal hockey, but the NFL is like, we're going to be in London, and we're like, shut the hell up. I'm not watching.
That's different. It's not
Jacksonville.
patriotic.
I mean, I agree. But it's funny. It's just funny to me. The NFL is everything, and gold medal hockey is not the American thing. Although there are more Americans watching. Jeremy, how many?
It is now.
How many views are on that reel? Jeremy posted a reel of the.
That was not me.
It wasn't Jeremy doing it, but
it was
got posted
our
on their
it was our
socials.
the girl that's running our social media, who is probably already better at it than I've ever been, and she's been doing it professionally now for about 11 minutes, and she's already passed me. Christiana, big props to Christiana. The highest.
It came up on a backup account that has no affiliation to any of my podcast stuff. So I was like, wow, that was a banger.
Absolute banger.
She texted me and said, I think I'm going to make a highlight reel of USA hockey with Toby Keith playing in the background. I was drunk on Fireball, and I went, you damn right you are. USA. USA.
It's the one time Jeremy is fully invested in hockey. It's because there was Fireball and Toby Keith, and he was fully in. No way to get away from it. Jack Hughes, most iconic hockey photo in the last 20 years.
When he got his teeth knocked out, I was like, what if he ends up coming down and scoring the go-ahead goal? Sure enough, just moments later.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Incredibly iconic. I also really liked his post-game interview. It was like you could tell he was just full adrenaline. Hockey guy has only a limited vocabulary that he's able to use.
Like
Is the picture of his gold teeth real?
No, it needs to be though.
No, that's got to be.
Should
there.
be.
He
If
doesn't
it were
have
me,
to-
I'm melting my metal down and I'm putting it. It's going right in the teeth.
No doubt about it.
Oh, I feel like you got to leave the chiclets busted out. I mean,
he's already come out and said he doesn't like the look.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, this is not it.
He's
He,
dating. He's dating.
David
What's her
Craig.
face? Fucking yeah, exactly. He can't have busted teeth. He's gonna lose that.
I mean,
Whatever he's doing it right. Because
Right.
she is not unfun to look at.
no, she's not. Also Canadian. Stole that too. Just taking everything. God damn it. Just because of this, I think I'm going to have to enter the transfer portal for hockey. I'm going to declare.
That's like active treason. You might have to move.
Well, I'm in the United States right now, so it's fine. I'm half
You
American.
might,
anyway.
they might not let you back after those comments.
I'll just say sorry, and it'll be fine. That's how that works. We go sorry, and they go no problem.
I saw people calling Hallebuck the Secretary of Defense now, which is
He's so good.
that's a solid nickname for a goalie.
We've been talking about Hellebuck for, all of last year. He was the MVP of the league. I mean, he didn't win the MVP, but he was the best goaltender on planet Earth. And we talked about it at Four Nations, and unfortunately it didn't work that way, but it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. There's nothing, that paddle save and 2 breakaways, the empty cage. from
McKinnon
McKinnon.
absolutely fucking whiffing.
Mm-hmm.
You
How
know
often
he
did
went
that
home, just got like drunk in the dark and went out to his whatever. I'm sure he has a rink or playing street hockey, but he just hit that same shot thousands of times in a row listening to sad music.
What, you have like Sarah McLachlan playing in the background?
Something.
Like is that what he was doing?
Alice in Chains, maybe. He might have been Alice in Chains drunk.
Oh, it's never good when you're Alice in Chains drunk.
Oh.
No.
That's not ideal. You don't want
it's
to-
not.
I had a friend
that's
come
not-
over this weekend and was like, "I've been listening to a lot of Alice in Chains lately," and I was like, "Are you good?
You okay?
Do you want to talk about it?"
We take care of you. It's I feel plenty pumped for you guys. I'm super glad that you got to pull it off. My only point, and this is the most important thing, is congratulations on number 2, and talk to me when you get closer to 8. This is just where Canada is right now. It'll be fine. I mean, I'm glad to see that we've got some hockey talk actually happening, and ultimately, I think it's going to lead to a fun end of NHL season, which starts back up tonight. Super pumped for that. Want to talk a little bit of ABS, Mike?
I would love to talk some more ABS, man. We got into it a little bit last night on our show, but yeah, tee it up.
ABS is
Sox preseason had 5 calls in a row get challenged successfully, which is just a complete indictment on the umps.
I wish
Sorry.
there had been a camera on the
this
opposite
side?
side.
Tank just crawled under a table with the most cords on it. That
Oh,
50 cords on the table. Half of there was more of his ass out than covered by pants. That looked like somebody smuggling 2 hams out of a shitty gas station. I mean, I'm just
Nobody
gonna,
needs to see
I
that.
saw him go down, and I was like, "Is he fixing something?"
I swear to you, they're going to start using what I just never. Nope. Not going to do it.
Nope,
Not going to do it.
ABS in full effect in spring training. Mike, you pulled up the stat earlier. Do you still have that?
Oh no, but I can probably find it real quick.
It's a 50-something plus percent
54, I want to say off the top of my head, but I'll have to double check.
of calls overturned. Pitcher catcher is more than just batter, which is not surprising. Batters never know if it's actually a ball or a strike. I mean, you're always going to think that it's a ball when it's a strike, and when it's a
I
strike,
can't wait
you're
for the
gonna say it's a ball.
stats to come out at like the end of the year when it's like guys that the least successful challenge rate of players is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Like last year in the minors, I know Spencer Jones because I'm gotta hate the Yankees. He had one where he challenged. It was literally right down the middle. You could fit 2 baseballs to the side of the zone. Like it is brutal. There's gonna be some hilarious ones, and I can't wait for all the clips of it.
How you feeling about it so far? Are you happy? I mean, we were. Pretty
I'm all
pumped about
for it.
Give
Yeah,
me more,
I've been
give me
all
more
for it.
robots.
If you didn't have the pitch clock in and they did this, I would probably be bitching a little bit more, simply just because of time. But with the pitch clock, it opened up, plenty of time for you to implement something like this. And they're going by quick. I've seen people complaining that it's like a lot of stoppages, but they're settled in 20, 30 seconds every time. So
I don't think that's
If
a
that.
problem with the clock, eh?
No, I listen.
No, I
if
think
you
it's
can
fine.
Get it right. That's what matters most, right? We were talking about
Correct.
this last night. We have so much technology that we should not be missing calls. We should never have an Angel Hernandez situation. We should, I mean, with the Galarraga.
Andres Galarraga.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean,
yeah,
there are so many
Jim Joyce
examples.
has the
Yeah, I mean, so many examples of why we need ABS, and obviously it's been successful. Like you just said, 5 in a row. It is a
Right.
complete indictment. And
And if
the
that's a
thing.
playoff game where there's only like you're 2 out of 3 or a wild card game or something like that shit matters.
It's big time important. I need to see more of it. We're going to have to play it by year as it goes along. But I think anytime you can interject technology in a positive way into the game, it's going to make the product better on the field. Plus, I am all for holding umpires accountable for their shitty calls. We've had the umpire grades on X for a long time where they've graded out umpires, which I wish they would do with NFL officials.
100%.
They should.
I would love to see an NFL officials grading system on X where
It's harder because some shit is like
I know,
it's not
it's
as clear
nuanced.
cut as MLB. It's like that's either a ball or it's a strike.
I love what we were seeing though with just full accountability here. If you're a good ump, props to you. Like we like that. Everybody wants to see the calls right. You don't have to get everything 100%, but you've got to get more than 90% of the calls straight. Your job is calling balls and strikes. You don't know what the zone looks like. That's a problem.
And for the players, it's like it's an advantage for the guys that know the strike zone better than anybody else. Guys with low chase rates, high walk rates, like they're going to benefit from this, as it should be. If you know the zone and you're able to have that type of eye at the plate, you should be rewarded for it.
100%.
So off the top of my head, like I've watched Rafi just like that. He was horrible when he first came up with the zone, and he just got better and better and better, and now he knows it better than anybody, and that's something that should be rewarded.
Bill Workman says NFL refs should be full-time, which we've talked about twice this week. And they should have a grading system. Appreciate you jumping in, Bill. Yeah, they should. They should.
I think they
umps
should.
do.
We've talked about this. I'm curious your thoughts, Jeremy. I think they should have to face the media. Just give them a fat fucking raise and be like, you got to talk for an allotted amount of time. You got to answer whatever questions and get the fuck out of there. 5-10 minutes. Nothing crazy.
I mean, I'm full on. I go further. I think officials should be subject to stoning, public humiliation, make them pull their pants down in front of a sorority house and let people judge whatever falls out. Because officials have absolutely no culpability. We don't know their names well enough. There isn't an Angel Hernandez in the NFL where we have seen so many bad calls from one guy. It's just that the bad calls are so unbelievably bad, and they affect so much that I do think they should stick to whoever makes them more than they do. I'm just a fan of getting it right. I think in terms of getting it right, you will do a better job if you have these guys at a training facility every Tuesday with things that pop up the way that other sports do. These guys aren't full time. They're running law firms in Texas and different things that are the day job of NFL officials. And to me, that's stupid. You're entrusting the most important part of your game, which is the integrity of it, to people that are basically part-time employees that are doing this as a hobby. And for me, that's just hard to wrap my brain around.
I mean, we see it with the NHL, and the NFL doesn't come anywhere close to that. MLB does it as well. Those guys that's their job. You're going, like, that's your job. You got to go. I mean, MLB is obviously, it's a lot of games, but you get your crew and you go. You gotta put them in a position where there's got to be some accountability. That's your job. That's your job. I don't want you thinking about what you've got to do on Tuesday. I want you thinking about all the calls that you have to get right, making sure that, I mean, especially in the NFL, how big is that league? How much money are they bringing in?
That's what I'm saying. The amount of money that goes into that league, the fact that you have such you have no accountability from somebody who affects every game so much. Like, it's crazy. There's millions of dollars being affected by outcomes of games, whether it's contracts, incentives, anything. Media, just
media
the
availability
whole
would be amazing, though.
100%. They need to be able to answer to it.
I want them to stand at the podium and be like,
there's not many professions where you can
interception.
fuck up constantly and not have to answer for it. It's like
Meteorologists.
NFL refs and weathermen. Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's those two.
End of the list.
You know, I don't.
NFL draft analyst is pretty high up there too, but I really, if we could just stop at 2, that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll stop it too. We'll let
Stop
you
it
off the
too.
hook.
I think that there is. Nah, you know what? Go ahead.
No.
Keep driving. I lost my thought. I lost my thought. Go ahead.
I just want.
I would lose a lot of thoughts in that studio. Don't you worry.
It does kind of feel like this room is what inside Dark Side of the Moon would look like
Yeah.
if it was a room.
Lights
room
off,
has taste.
substances, dark side of the moon.
Oh, if you did, Aaron Rodgers would come in here and wind up living in the closet for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he would never leave.
Nope. I live here now.
He says this room has a flavor. I don't know what it is, but it tastes like sunshine or something.
Whoever owns that Airbnb needs to start renting it out to crazy celebrities that want to do ayahuasca and
Speaking
other
of
sorts
which,
of things.
big shout out to Austin, the owner of this Airbnb that hooked us up
Heck
on
yes.
Thursday before the combine. He gave us two houses for the price of one for 8 days. And this one's sweet, and the next one's actually even bigger.
I can't even imagine. We're
And it
gonna
has a hot
do
tub.
this. It has a hot tub. We're gonna get me some
Can you
American
believe we don't have
flag.
a jacuzzi?
We're gonna get me some American flag swim trunks, and we'll put that on the socials. There you go.
For sure.
I've been fully co-opted. I'm going to be a traitor, run turncoat.
I did find the thought after I lost it. So the NFL is in a position where they could just start a complete training center for officials. They could make a place where they are creating their own product. They don't have to go and outsource to all these guys that are in the league. If they don't want to play ball, not become full-time employees, it is completely within the NFL's capability as a multi-billion-dollar industry. Just be like, all right, we're going to start a NFL training camp for referees. And there will be a million people that sign up to be like, I'm going to go through NFL training camp to learn how to be a referee. They have the NFL has all the power. I don't understand why it hasn't changed yet, but I think it's coming down the pipeline.
Doing that creates accountability too, which is really what's lacking.
I mean, that's what it's all like. I'm not asking them to get every call perfect every time. I don't
Nope.
care. Like, I'm not sitting here saying human element is the most important thing. What I'm saying is accountability is more important than anything else. I want you to be right, and I want you to say it with your whole chest.
I don't like blaming referees for losses. It's just
No,
not
'cause they're
in my
right.
DNA. But sometimes there's no other. It just is sometimes.
We had some spicy NFL. I won't call it news. We had the Miami Dolphins say the most unhinged shit they said the quiet part out loud at the podium yesterday, and we haven't had a chance to talk about any of this shit right now. First of all, they obviously cleaned house. We saw that last week on our show, and then we have the GM saying Tua thinks he is an elite level or high level quarterback in this league, which is code for Tua thinks it, but I don't.
He thinks it, but he ain't.
He ain't. That's for sure. So we have Miami saying that, and then we also have Miami saying, "Yeah, Malik Willis he'll be good for. We wish him the best," which is also code for not with me though. What do you think of hearing those kind of things coming out of the combine? Because those are insane. Like normally,
I
we
saw
get
Malik
coach
Willis's
league.
agent say he's expecting 30+ million, and my jaw hit the floor.
Yeah, Jordan Schultz reported that. We talked about that today on the Sportsocracy, and it was, I don't think so.
It's free to say shit.
It is
For
absolutely
2
free to
rushing
say shit.
touchdowns, 30 million. That's what they cost.
Well, I mean, why not? I guess. What do you think of the Miami piece there? Obviously, we know the Dolphins are trash, but what do you think of GMs coming out and being that brutally honest? Because I don't think he did media training at all.
I mean, some people, they throw a mic into their face and they just say whatever they're going to say. We saw it with the Bills. Terry Pagula's talking. Yeah, Gerard Mayo just said shit. There's certain guys you just cannot put a microphone in front of and expect them to handle the situation correctly.
It was impressively strange to watch. I think Jeremy and I were standing beside each other, and it was kind of like the fuck did he just say?
I had several moments with the coaches and the GMs where Steve Pizzola leaned down into my ear after Nick Caserio said he thought the offensive line of the Houston Texans was better than it had been the entire time he'd been there. Steve's 6'10". He pitched in Major League Baseball. Like, he is a gigantic human being, and he leaned down and went, "Did he say what I think he just said?" Yep, sure did. And it was as stupid as you think it was. I actually thought the Dolphins was refreshing.
It was a nice change of pace.
You know why I thought it was refreshing? And maybe this is because I'm a fan of a team in that division. Miami's been so full of shit for so long that hearing the GM and the head coach on the same page of, that ain't our guy. He might be a guy somewhere else, but he ain't a guy here. I'm fine with it. Stephen Ross
Everybody
does
with
not
a
know what
brain.
the truth sounds like.
Putting in work says Tua is a high-level quarterback in the Miami-Dade Medical Center.
Facts. That name is renowned.
Yeah.
The Miami Sharks would absolutely love Tua Tagovailoa.
They definitely would. Lying season is a little bit different this year.
Honestly, he plays his best football indoors anyway. Just get him somewhere like an arena league, something like that.
Oh, he would kill an arena league. I mean, he would
be
die,
great.
but he would kill an arena league.
He would be killed.
He would definitely be killed.
Yeah, they get hit all the time. Tua would not make it. One more shot like he's had, and it's all over. You don't have to worry about the contract and all that dead money. Put him out there, and if he gets concussed one more time, he's gonna have to
Make a gang signs.
Like, he will not even be able to be cleared by a doctor if it's that bad. Like, it was close last time, from my understanding.
If you're throwing
The doctor that cleared him should have had his fucking license stripped, to be truthful. Anybody with a brain knew Miami's needed to rip the Band-Aid off for a hot minute. This was never going to work. They need a complete and total reset. I said they need to just bow out for a year. We're just going to find ourselves and take some time away. We're going to go to the Star Wars studio, think some things through, and we'll come back next in 2027. But it's a dumpster fire. They need to build it completely back up. So if they're being this honest, maybe it's a new leaf, but I hope it's not. Keep being shitty.
I mean, I'm happy for them to keep being shitty. We had the Jets show up and do what they always do, which is your head coach came out and said 3 words, answered 3 questions, and one of them was about NIL.
Mm-hmm.
And then Muji came in. It was good cop, bad cop again. Muji came in and tried to make everything nice, even though it wasn't his turn to talk or his podium. He just went where he wanted to go.
I love that Aaron Glenn just walks in like, what it do?
He does.
Aaron Glenn walks in like he's Bill Belichick when he has, 3 more wins than I do?
Yes.
You at 3-14 as an NFL head coach, and you act like I cannot be bothered to do media. You suck at this a lot.
Too much. Still better than Miami, though.
Oh, it's okay. As soon as Washington brings me a swag bag, I'm just full on big old.
You're a Commanders fan now.
I'm a skin.
Look at me. Look at us.
Look at
Commanders
us.
fans. Who'd
Look
have
at
thought?
us doing stuff.
Not me.
Mike, you got to ask some questions to your Cleveland Brown fan. Huge Browns guy. He's a Shador
Oh,
guy.
I'm so sorry for you,
Yeah,
brother.
it's tough, bro. It's so hard to be a Browns fan. I mean, Cleveland fan in general.
You from Cleveland?
So I was born in Akron, moved around quite a bit, military, and then.
I know another guy who was born in Akron and moved around quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Took his talents to South Beach.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. You should take your talent.
It'd probably be a lot warmer down there.
It's like 10% of all astronauts ever are from Ohio. It should give you they couldn't even go somewhere on Earth. They needed to go as far away as they possibly could get.
They could have come to this lovely room in the Indianapolis Pleasure Club here.
Yeah.
I think the only way I'm getting to space is through herbal remedies. So
I went to
cloud
Canton to
room.
the Football Hall of Fame, and like there's like a highway dividing like the town and the Hall of Fame, and you cross the highway and it was literally a zombie apocalypse movie. It was it was Walking Dead. Boarded up windows, junkies everywhere. It's crazy.
I just remember going to the Hall of Fame, and we went to the game, which is apparently not something that people do. We went to the game, and we had to park in some dude's driveway. Like, there was no parking around the stadium, so we just parked.
I
this
remember
big,
when I went,
gigantic
I
truck.
saw the stadium, or I can't call it a stadium, the field, and I was like, "What? They play that game here? That's crazy!" Like
on purpose.
the Hall of Fame itself is in a wild spot. I went to all the Hall of Fames on like a April or February vacation one year when I was like 15 or 16, and the Football Hall of Fame was dope, but could not believe that Canton was a real place.
yeah, it's a weird place for sure. And getting to talk to Andrew Berry was great. I wanted to ask specifically about offensive line, where everybody's talking about we need to replace 5 offensive line, which technically we do, because a guy that was a starter last year in DeJuan Jones got hurt, season-ending injury. It'd be the 3rd year in a row that has happened for him. And I wanted to know how he was progressing and if they're planning on him being a factor in the offensive line plans, because 3 years in a row of season-ending injuries does not exactly create a lot of confidence in that he's going to be a guy you can always use going forward. Now, I think he's got a lot of talent, but he is massive. And we talked about this a little bit last night with Jeremy as well.
Big guy.
He's huge. So, getting to hear, Andrew Berry says that DeWand is progressing well. He should be on track. And he's also not adverse to having multiple rookies start on that offensive line. With something else we kind of talked about last night. But Andrew Berry said he wouldn't put a cap on it. Depends on who they are. If you get, Tristan Wirfs and name 2 any guys in one draft and they all come in and they're fantastic, then yeah, we could start 3 rookies. But to Jeremy's point, when you have multiple rookies starting on a line, the continuity, because you need them to be a group, is going to lack. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, but getting to get hopefully a little inside information on the offensive line was awesome.
I mean, we started 2 rookies.
I mean, they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It got us far
You're
until
the
it did.
Patriots, and we're the Cleveland fucking Browns.
And we're the Cleveland Browns. You guys know that guy?
This is Jackass.
punts.
Everybody likes punts. Cleveland also came out and said that everybody's going to be competing for the quarterback position.
Yeah, and that was echoed again today by Todd Monken. I don't know what kind of
Everybody
competition
meaning
it's going to be.
everybody.
Everybody.
I don't know what kind of competition it's going to be. Deshaun Watson was terrible, absolutely atrocious when he was in.
On and
he's
off the
coming
field.
off. Yeah, absolutely, and he's coming off of a double Achilles after the shoulder surgery. I just don't think that this is going to work out at all. Not that I want it to work out in that fashion, anyways. I would love for Shador to be the guy that actually progresses and becomes our starter. But I don't know if that's going to happen. And the more I've been talked to by these gentlemen, having the intervention that we've had, it's making me feel not great, no more warm and fuzzy. But listen, I'm not jumping off the bandwagon because he's still my guy.
I mean, look, Deshaun Watson was terrible. That last year in Cleveland, 2024, he had a 21 QBR, which for any quarterback that started 5 games, that's the lowest, 5 or more games. That is the lowest QBR in the NFL for every quarterback except Shador Sanders,
Sanders, who had an 18.
who had an 18.
Yeah.
That is and I'm not gonna lie to you. As a Jets fan, that made me feel good.
Established veteran, rookie quarterback coming in later in the season. That's the one caveat I'm going to try to take out of that.
I can't disagree with anything you just said.
But they're both terrible.
This guy's
There's
from
room
Ohio. He's
to
a master
progress.
of glass half full.
100%.
Sure.
Dude, I got to hunt the good stuff. I was in the Army for a long time. I tried really
100%.
hard to find all the good wherever I could get it.
I mean, look, the Browns are. You've got some positives. You got Judkins, hopefully coming back healthy. He was great. We love Judkins in fantasy.
I mean, if you want a positive,
Like,
at least,
won't look like a question mark.
at least if you turn your team's nickname into an acronym, it doesn't spell out just in the season.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a positive.
Yeah, for sure.
But they like punts. They like punts.
We do love some punts.
The other, I mean, we had player interviews today. All of that content is over on the socials. We have Jeremy's on the Instagram. Business Manager Megan has posted 20
Billion reels.
all the reels.
I genuinely, I think she's posted more reels from one day of the combine than I've posted in 3 years.
Which is phenomenal.
Just crushing the game.
So if you're looking for that content, go look there. I've also got up post all over our socials, everybody that I got to talk to. The one thing that I saw come out of the Patriots camp, at least the rumor, was the Christian Gonzalez number. Did you see the number that was floated out there?
I did not. Was it close to what I said it'd be?
It was $40 million a season.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to pay $40 million. I mean, I will. 20 to 22 starters already signed.
I thought it'd
Need
be
to get
5
lots
years,
of that.
200.
I mean, I'd do it. I'd do it. Is there any corner that you would pay $40 million for, Jeremy?
Darrelle Revis in his prime.
I mean, it's hard to argue with.
In today's market, yeah, that could be the number for sure. Back then, no way. Obviously, the salary cap going up. But that, I mean, best corner of all time, is that what you're saying there? $40 million?
Yep.
Pretty much.
I mean, you get a couple others. Champ Bailey. He had some years in Denver and Washington, actually, where he was that good. I'll never understand how the franchise that I'm now affiliated with looked at Champ Bailey and went, you know what we should do? Trade him for Clinton Portis. That feels like a good idea.
It was that
You ever just look back
250-yard game from Clinton Portis that did it.
You ever just look back at things that happened in the old days of the NFL and go, how the hell did you get there? Like, we're going to take Champ Bailey, who's one of the greatest corners that ever lived, and we're going to trade him for the fourth best running back in a 20-year period for the Denver Broncos.
It's not even the best. It's the fourth best. I mean, we saw Matt Flynn get a contract. Brock Osweiler was made a starter out of a half season of.
I remember where I was when that contract got signed.
The Matt Flynn.
The
Osweiler?
Osweiler.
Yes, Osweiler was wild. I mean, we saw Tim Tebow almost get a crack at it a couple times. People will pay money. It's free to pay shit, too. NFL teams.
Malik Willis about to get $30 million.
Malik Willis is going to get $30 million.
If Malik Willis gets $30 million, and frankly, next year when we come to the combine, I reserve the right to take my time at the media availability to just stand in front of whatever GM that did it and laugh at them for 30 seconds. I'm not even going to ask a question. I'm just going to laugh at you.
Danny says Ryan Mallett. That's a good one.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Ryan Mallett.
And shout out Jack in the chat. Jack is one of our DGen friends. He says, I don't know when the show started. I've heard about the Dolphins and the Browns. I can only assume you're talking about trash franchises.
That boy knows how to gamble.
And I just know my Raiders are coming up. You ever want to wager? You want to wager on anything? You just need to join the Discord. It's free. And I mean free for free. We don't make you do anything. You just come in there. And Jack will post his slip, and you tail, and you're good.
Oh,
We love you, Jack. We
is Jack a gambling banger?
yes.
Jack's a guy.
Jack is akin to your 5 on it.
Jack's got
legendary
research.
status.
Jack and I might need to talk.
You definitely need to talk to Jack. Jack knows his stuff.
I also need to talk to Jack. We do a lot of gambling on our show.
Unfortunately, Jack is also a Dodgers fan, so.
Well, I just got salinated from gambling. I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So, there's a whole mess of ready-made shit for anybody that goes, hey, I want to do a gambling show. Cool. I'll cede it to you, and you just take the monies because I'm not allowed to anymore.
Yeah, we love
Let
that.
me know.
That's Dub's bread and butter.
Ian.
As a JSN merchant all season long, and then watching him beat our ass.
Yeah, the little four square on the YouTube screen. I made that in about 20 minutes today. I'll make another one. You two, Dubs and Jack, done. And we'll put
Done deal.
We'll put a little Only Bangers logo right in the middle of it. Boom.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dubs, you got a free agent that you're looking for the Patriots to pick up here. We're about to do our.
Now I'm hearing Trent Williams rumbles, and that shit's out the window.
Oh, I want the Trent Williams.
I want Trent. That's what I'm saying. I didn't hear it till today, but now I want it. I want it bad.
Trent Williams on that front.
You shift everyone inside one. Oh
filthy.
boy. I want to make it so that Drake May never touches turf again.
Jeremy famously, I mean, Jeremy loved Will Campbell during the draft process last
Still
year,
do.
but
I believe
he does think he's better at guard than he is at tackle.
I actually think he's better at right tackle than he is anywhere.
Fair.
And I said that during the draft process.
You did.
If he doesn't pan out at left tackle, I think he's going to be a really good right tackle. So, I mean, ultimately, if you bring in Trent Williams, Morgan Moses becomes a cap casualty. You slide Will over to the right, you put Trent Williams on the left, and done.
And Drake May never gets sacked again.
I'd feel pretty good
At least
about
not
that
from
as
the
well.
left.
Not from the left. And Bill Workman does say Will Campbell should play right tackle.
I think that's where he belongs.
I mean, he'd be good over there.
I
mean,
still
'cause
feel
look,
like a
he was
trade's
good.
coming for the Patriots too.
Think what?
A trade is coming for the Patriots. It's in some regard, whether it's an edge, a lineman, something.
I don't think it's Max Crosby. I think that
No, I don't
we
either.
saw a lot of that nonsense.
I can hope.
I mean, everyone can hope, but I don't think it's Max Crosby. I think it's going to be Rich, but I also think that it's just not going to happen. As much as he would love to play for Vrabel, but show me a high motor guy that doesn't want to play for a coach who's willing to put on the pads and go out there and do what he's got to do. I think that A.J. Brown is a high possibility. I think that that's an incredible possibility, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was someone else.
AJ's been talking about a lot.
If you bring in Brown, Diggs is gone, obviously.
I don't know if you have to. I think you can keep them
The
both.
money, I feel like the money's pretty fat. Plus, if you're talking about $40 million for Christian Gonzalez, that wiggle room's going to run out
You
pretty
can kick
quickly.
that can down the road, though.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
beauty
you
of the
can.
salary cap. It's all just made up. It's fictitious dollars.
It's not real.
The cap is a myth.
It's monopoly money. Oh, you hit my hotel. Well, can I touch it under the table and you give me a pass here? Does that work?
Max Crosby on the Seahawks.
Am I the only one that plays Monopoly that way?
No,
Amy and I play Monopoly. She hits my hotels 10 times. I'm like, there's
We
a way
play-
to get a pass.
Play drinking Monopoly where each side of the board ramps up how much alcohol you have to take when you land on a property.
I do that with Risk. 6 hours sitting in a room, global domination. You're just drunk as hell by the end, fighting over Bulgaria.
the Cote d'Ivoire
Sounds
is
incredible.
mine. I'm taking Africa.
The Ivory Coast is mine. I took it.
It's mine. You don't
Each side
get
of the
it.
board, you go quarter shot, half, 3/4 full, and then houses double it, hotels triple it. And then every time you pass go, you got to hit the bong.
Oh,
I think there are 3 people on this planet that could play that and not die. I think Dubs is one, I'm another, and Charlie Sheen might be the third. In that game, all we have to do is survive until the other one dies.
Correct. That is what it is. It's it's an endurance game more than
It's
anything.
Monopoly Risk. I just have to survive until you croak, which is. I want to play that with Tank. He wouldn't survive a round around the board.
that is outlived. That is what that's called. That's
He
not
would hit
Monopoly.
Marvin Gardens and already be legally.
He doesn't do it. It's no good. I want to give a little bit of a shout out to Mike here. The work that you do is pretty phenomenal. First of all, appreciate your service.
Oh, hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Why don't you tell the people of this program what it is that you and your people do, and where they can follow you, so that we can get that info out there, and then we'll probably get a Stone Stories and get out of here a little early. We got some.
A
we got
couple
long days.
last Olympic bits, but it won't be
Yes,
long.
give us the Olympics.
Yeah, and I appreciate letting me have the opportunity. So I
Anytime.
am the founder of the No Sleeves Network, which is a veteran-run, owned and operated media company. And one of our shows is the Raw Dog Sports, which is these guys were able to come on last night. Our mission is to highlight, the people behind the uniform. a lot of times when you see military in the media, it is one of three representations. They are either some sort of war hero being shown off, they are a veteran who is struggling with mental health and is a problem, or they are used as a political pawn. But I know, and I think these guys are learning, that there's a lot more to veterans than just those three canned answers that you always get from the people who are telling our story. We don't get to tell our own stories for the most part. Actually, we have less than a 2% representation typically in media, whereas veterans and military make up 6% of the population. So our mission is to make sure that we are properly represented and that we're going to do that ourselves.
Yeah, and I think it's noble for sure, and I love what it is you're doing. You've got a lot of, you're supporting a great cause, and veterans need a better voice, I think, and in sports in particular, it's good shit. So we're happy to partner up with Mike tonight. We're going to look at doing some more baseball content as we get into the baseball season. Dubs is a Red Sox fan until they suck, and then he's out. And then if they're good, he's back.
I don't actually go out though. I just watch with like through my fingers.
It's hate watch. It's hate watch or love watch, but it's never just watch.
I've got away from the sport for 6 or 7 years, and I fell back in love with it last year, and then their off-season decisions have just made me be like, yeah, this is why I left.
It's 100% why you left. What do you got for the Olympics? You going to talk to me about curling cheating again? Our curling stuff, by the way.
No, but I'm glad you can enjoy your gold medal with an asterisk.
Hey,
we took the other two.
Great North Sports, home of curling.
Facts.
That's just what we talk about it. I'm sorry.
I'm finally I'm in this year. I'm not falling off after the Olympics.
League,
I was watching John Schuster go off in the Nationals the other day. Curling channel on YouTube. Fuck yeah. We didn't touch on the Johnny Gaudreau tribute after the the game.
That's
so good.
It's phenomenal.
Just wanted to make sure we got it shine in there because I was already like, not quite to tears yet, but when they brought his kids out on the ice, I was like, all right, I'm gonna shed a couple tears today for America. Fuck it.
I was in the Indianapolis airport with a bunch of people that knew who I was, and I'm just when they brought out Goodrow's kid, I went, I have to go to the B&B now.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do this.
Someone started cutting onions in the airport.
It was a beautiful moment. Them skating around with the jersey was one thing. I was like, oh, that's fantastic.
Nice. Yeah.
And then when they grabbed the kids out of the crowd, I was like,
yeah. That was a moment. Those kids will forever. They'll have that forever. And I think it kind of speaks to who he was as a human for them, as a teammate. They're always going to have that now.
And he absolutely would have been there. And I'm glad that his family went. I saw that post where they were talking about they weren't going to go and then couldn't sleep. And I think his mom was like, we need to go to Italy. But I'm glad they got to be there firsthand. It was awesome seeing all over social media the day of, like just everyone being together and united and just go America. It's not often we get that these days, so it was nice to have, even if it was only for a day. Mike Tirico really summed it up after the game and really his closing remarks for the Olympics. Sports brings people together, and moments like that are just adds to everything.
I've never seen this country come together like that for a sporting event. Not in that way.
It's been a long time.
It was a long time.
It was a baseball
You could scroll
game.
literally on Instagram,
Long time
Twitter.
ago.
Obviously, my feeds are set towards sports, but every single post was something about U.S. men's hockey.
People that weren't hockey fans are touting the success, and that tells you the reach that had. It was more.
100%.
That was beyond more than like Olympics. That was more than sport, because there were a lot of great Olympic moments for the United States.
So
like
many.
Alyssa
Most
Liu
medals
and,
ever
like,
at the Winter Games for us.
They crushed. Like, they absolutely crushed. And I think that you had a lot of great individual performances, but nothing came close to reaching as many people as that U.S. men's hockey team. And I think the way they won, I said it before on multiple shows now, it felt like a team of destiny. Like, it felt like it was meant to be. And I don't know how you could look at it any other way. The way Hellebuck was playing, Nathan McKinnon, one of the best in the world, whiffs on a
We were
wide
outplayed
open
the
cage.
entire game.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you don't hear that part because everybody is very much in their flag and eagle era, and that's fine. But
When Connor Hallebuck came out with a largemouth bass and an eagle on either side of his goalie mask, there was no fucking chance we were losing that game.
it was meant to be, and I'm super pumped for you guys. Congratulations again.
It feels
18
good.
for 18 on penalty kills in the tournament. Survived the 5-on-3 for over a minute.
Yeah.
It did. It felt like a team of destiny. Canada, it's like fucking go back to Miracle. They beat us 9 out of 10 times, but not tonight.
100%. I don't think it happens again next Olympics.
Probably not. And this is why you do best on bests, by the way.
Yes, and can we, for the record, 3 versus 3 for a medal is bullshit, and I don't. And
Bullshit.
I'm not saying,
5-on-5.
And I'm not saying that as the team that lost. I'm saying that as a fan of the sport. The fuck are we doing? Best on best. You're robbing me.
I
of the
understand
best
trying to
hockey.
conserve things. Like you got to keep people fresh. That they still have to go back to an NHL season. If you want to do that for the first few rounds, fine. I saw RC post that on our Discord today. Like 3-on-3 for the round robin, 4-on-4 for elimination, and then finals is 5-on-5. Come on.
It should be the same as it is in the NHL playoffs, which is 5-on-5 forever till somebody
Correct.
wins. Earn that shit.
I do like the open hockey, though. It is exciting. As a passive hockey
sure.
fan, it is really cool to see so much more movement and skating. Because when the ice gets, you guys were killing us at one point. You guys were out passing us. You were out skating us. It was insane.
He says that one point.
Hallebuck
That one
had like
point-
Okay, so
30 something
for the last
saves in the
40
last 2
minutes.
periods.
Yeah,
Literally.
the last 40 minutes, you guys were kicking our ass. And then, I mean, the greatest save in Olympic history happens to keep us in it. But I
Charlie
love
McAvoy
3-on-3.
too.
Charlie McAvoy was a dog. He's
Just
still a
stand completely taking up the net. Doesn't matter if he's going to take another puck off the face.
Do you see Will Smith comment on Celebrini? Says he's going to be really disappointed. It's going to suck when he comes back because I'm not Connor McDavid. He's gotta
How
go back
good
and
is that
play with
fucking
the
kid, though?
He was electric. He's going to be better than McDavid by the end of it, I think.
I do too. I'm
Just watching him
celebrating. I'm all in on the Celebrini train. That kid's incredible. Also, McDavid getting stuffed
Yeah.
like 1-on-1 3 different times. OT. That was all Canada's plan was just give it to McDavid and let him weave through everybody. It didn't fucking work.
You got any other Olympic bets, or you want to give us our Stone story and get out of here?
No, that's it. We can get out of here. We're going to pickleball. Fan favorite. We're headed to Florida for the Stone story tonight. New details have emerged in last week's Florida pickleball brawl that resulted in a couple being arrested and charged with battery. Law enforcement officials were called to Spruce Creek Country Club in Port Orange, north of Orlando, last week on a report of a fist fight at a pickleball court involving up to 20 people. Anthony Sapienza, 63 years old, which that guy lived in Jersey for a long time, ran a deli, something of the sorts, and he moved down to Florida. And his wife, Julianne, were arrested after several people sustained injuries, including a 70-year-old man. Victims and witnesses told officials the pickleball match got heated after Anthony Sapienza accused his opponent of stepping in the kitchen on a volley. Kitchen is a restricted area right by the net where it's like our curling brawl, Armchair. It's just a matter. It's a gentleman's sport. You don't come in the kitchen. You don't come in an Italian man's kitchen.
I've screwed that up a few times.
The teams
not an
exchanged
Italian man's
insults.
kitchen, but
Right. Italian
come in.
kitchen, nonetheless.
Don't come in the kitchen.
Teams exchanged insults before Sapienza punched one of the victims and hit him in the face with a pickleball paddle, according to the affidavit. It's bleeding and swollen, a player said in a 911 call. He's got blood all over his face. It's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this. Anytime you get 911 calls written out, it makes me laugh. Reading it on paper just has... I need to know what she sounded like. Was she also Italian? The couple left the pickleball courts and were later arrested at their home and booked into a local jail. In charging documents, Anthony Sapienza used a pickleball paddle as a, quote, deadly weapon to intentionally cause great bodily harm, permanent disability, or permanent disfigurement. If you're 70 years old, what actually counts as permanent disfigurement? Because you could get a bruise and go next week, and that's permanent.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know what's
I just feel like there's a lawyer out there that could get these charges reduced.
The woman is absolutely Fran Drescher from The Nanny. making that call.
From according to not this article but a different one, she was called a cunt after the kitchen accusations, and that was where things escalated.
I mean, you do
Tony-
what you got to do.
You can't call Tony Sapienza's wife the C word and come in his kitchen and expect to come out unscathed, especially when he's already armed to the teeth.
Don't go in the Italian kitchen. Don't do it. That's not a good
If
idea.
there's anything you can take away from tonight, it's that. If you're coming in an Italian kitchen, there better be permission, some sort of slip, something.
You better come with your permission slip. If you don't come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
There it
It'll be great. You'll love it. We'll
There
all
it
love
is.
it. USA.
You know Jeremy Green, Sportsocracy. You can follow them on all the socials. Mike, where can they follow you? Where can they find you?
You can go check out all of our content at nosleevesnetwork.com. And if you want to check out our sports podcast, you can go ahead and check out Raw Dog Sports anywhere on socials and live on YouTube.
This is Armchair. That's Dubs. We're going to be live again next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be back home. I may not be alive. I don't know. We'll see.
Back to the Cloffice.
Back to the Cloffice we go. We get back to regularly scheduled content. We'll have we'll probably have some NHL power rankings out for you, and we'll be ready to rock and roll.
I just realized we're not even halfway through this combine trip, and a little part of me died.
Yes, sir. We might die. We might actually die. For Dubs, I'm Armchair, and we'll see you next week. Peace.